another day, another element in the saga between Shadur Sanders and the Browns. Bro, I just I just don't understand, bro. Like, we just saw Dylan Gabriel play, and he actually played pretty alright against one of the best defenses in the league, especially led by Brian Flores, okay? And still, we not talking about how ways he can improve the next week versus Pittsburgh, which their defense has been very inconsistent. And I feel like there's definitely opportunity that can be had with their defense. But I just find it interesting that they traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals. And Shadur Sanders still have to fight his way to be QB2. How in the world is that the case? I just don't understand. How would you draft a guy, right? And just have him ride the pine all year long and just don't have no chance of freaking getting into the game? What did Bailey Zappi do in practice for him to have a shot at the QB2 position? How? Like, Shadur Sanders has been QB3 all this time. How did not a natural shift up? Oh, I have to wait to announce who's going to be back up to do it. That is bull job. And I don't know what Kevin Stefanski is running out there. And Bruce Arians already freaking, like, basically said why they kept him around for so long. And I have to question that now myself because I originally, like, agreed with him being, like, a QB3. But if he's struggling to be a QB2 after you trade to QB1, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is crazy. And this just go back to my previous video of where I talked about how Shadur Sanders should just took the Eagles or the Raiders situation. I mean, guess what? You see what just happened to Lamar Jackson? He had a hamstring injury, and guess what? That could have been a right opportunity right there for him to slot in and play a couple games. But nope, the pride got in the way, and he didn't want back with Lamar Jackson. He didn't want to be in an environment to, like, succeed. Now, I know folks have question marks and, basically with John Harbaugh out of there because he just want a fresh voice in the locker room. But I just feel like the organizational structure, though, I feel like the structure would be way better with what the Browns got going on. I'll tell you that much. I know the Raiders go through tough times right now, especially with their roster. And, some guys are big contract underperforming. But like I said, I just feel like that situation is way better than what the Browns got going on. Because, man, like, they have not found a starting QB in decades. In decades. They tried Johnny Manziel. They tried some dude named Tim Couch. I think that's his name. They tried I think Jason Campbell was also trying to be a starting QB. They tried Deshaun Watson. We see how that worked out. They tried Joe Flacco once again, twice. That didn't work out. Bro, they try all these QBs in this franchise history, and they still have not landed on one. They have potential in Baker Mayfield, but since Baker Mayfield put out bad tape, the Browns just felt like it was right to trade him. And look, what did they trade? I think they traded him, right? And he went to the Panthers. No, wait. Yeah, he went to the Panthers. That didn't work out. He went to the Rams. Developed a little bit over there, and now he's having career seasons with the Buccaneers. That's what the Browns had. But no, since him and Odell didn't get along, and Baker Mayfield also put in a bad tape because he very badly injured his shoulder and decided to play instead of resting on it. Yeah, that's where the Browns is at right now, and that's what it led to them desperately trading for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson currently gave him a big deal, right? Played bad, like, after stepping onto the field. And then, recently now we hear he tore his Achilles twice. twice. Like, he tore it, and then he was supposed to recover, but he rushed the recovery process and ended up tearing it again. So now we in a situation where the Browns had to freaking draft the QB. Then the Browns ended up drafting Dylan Gabriel, right? But also drafting Shadir Sanders, while also previously before that signed Joe Flacco, and then signed King Pickett. So yeah, I just don't understand what the Brown structure is. They need an overhaul. Something needs to give, because I just don't understand how a franchise can be ran this badly. I don't understand. And yes, I did feel like they did make a great move by, trading with the Jaguars and getting additional picks in return, right? I feel like that was a great move. And the move they just did, trade for Tyson Campbell, I feel like that's also like a good move, because I feel like Tyson Campbell is a good DB. But this QB situation, how they can't get it right, I would never understand that. And I just wish the best for Shadir Sanders, as now he's struggling to be a QB2 versus a practice squad QB. This is crazy. But yeah, if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. This is Montreal.